There we go. Hey everyone, hope you're all doing well. Hope you're all having brilliant, fantastic, amazing days. As always, welcome back to another video. Today, I'm going to be answering another commonly asked question from inside the Discord community group chat. I'm going to upload it to YouTube. And today it is, what is the most important aspect of trading for beginners? In my opinion, what is the biggest fault? What is the biggest, most important thing for beginners to focus, to work on? Is it strategy? Okay, is it account size? Okay, is it psychology? What is it? Okay, and let me break it down for you. So for me, the most important thing for beginners when getting into trading, okay, is learning how to control their emotions and their psychology. Okay, the topic of psychology as a whole. Okay, and let me break it down for you all. So I've got my notepad up here on the right hand side, as always. Break it down into some bullet points to make it as short, sweet and concise as I possibly can for you all. And yeah, let's jump into it. So now let's break it down. So for me, why is psychology the most important thing? Okay, it's the most important thing when trading. Okay, for beginners, for intermediate, for expert traders. It's not just for beginners. It is for me the most important thing when it comes down to trading. Okay, I think it's also something that's huge in life as a whole. Humans as individuals are emotional. Okay, we all have emotions. We all shed tears. We all display emotion when it comes to family, to loved ones, to to money, to anything in life. You can pretty much shed emotion towards and it's no different when it comes down to trading. Okay, it is for me huge. So why in my opinion is it so important? Okay, now let's break it down. So the first thing is snap decisions. Okay, when you're trading, you often have to make quick, fast decisions. Okay, now if you're emotional when you're taking those decisions quickly off of your emotion, okay, how do you expect to be consistent? How do you expect to be profitable over a consistent long-term basis? Okay, if you're making snappy emotional decisions, okay, you've got to be emotionless. Okay, and as difficult as it is, people with emotions don't perform within the market. Okay, not saying that I don't have emotions, of course I do, but I have to remove my emotional side of who I am as a person when it comes down to trading, again, executing trades. Okay, now you have to try and as much as you can be as robotic as you possibly can be in terms of placing that trade, the position sizing. Okay, your stop loss, you take profit. What are your rules throughout the trade? Okay, and you have to try and be as robotic as you possibly can be. Okay, and that's why I think most people don't perform when it comes to trading. Okay, because it's really difficult to be able to learn how to do that and to detach yourself from that. Again, I've got loads of other videos on psychology inside the YouTube channel, so feel free to jump across onto those videos as well. But there's loads of books to read. Okay, there's loads of podcasts to listen to get yourself into the right mindset. There's loads of different ideas of morning routines, not the extravagant ones like a billionaire morning routine. It doesn't have to be getting up at 4 a.m. and going to the gym and having a cold shower. It doesn't have to be that, but just a few things like meditation could possibly help you out. Okay, and maybe meditation or 20 minutes worth of reading before you begin your day could be a smart idea. So ultimately for me, okay, snappy decisions. You have to be quick. You have to be on your feet, but you can't be taking them with emotions at the forefront of your mind. Okay, and of course they need to stick with your trading plan. You need to have the discipline there, okay, and the emotional stability there, to be able to stick with your trading plan, okay, and perform. And ultimately when to book profits, when to book losses, and how to get out of the market and get in the market as efficiently as possible. Okay, the next thing is understanding the element of fear. Okay, now unfortunately, trading is not just a one-sided street. Okay, you can't just make money trading. You have to make losses to make profit. Okay, no strategy is 100% effective. No strategy is 100% effective throughout the whole of the year, throughout every single hour of every single day of every single minute. So you have to be able to prepare yourself for when an economic shock happens or a news release happens and it doesn't go as expected. Okay, your analysis doesn't get followed through. What do you do and how do you react to it as a result of it? So understanding the element of fear, the element of the unknown, okay, and how to manage it. It's really important, and it's something that you build with experience. Clearly, it's not something that you're just born with. No one is really born a good trader. No one is really born to be amazing within the market. But understanding fear, understanding the unknown, understanding that you're not going to make profit every single day of every single minute, and that you have got to take losses at some point. And you are going to miss out on some trades, and the fact that you are going to not maximize every single profitability opportunity. You've got to understand that and accept that, and also of course putting the past behind you. Max and Carl, two of the guys within the community that I speak to on a daily basis, we have a phrase which is should have, could have, and would have. That's kind of got to be banned from our vocabulary. Okay, I should have done this, I could have done that, I would have done this. You've got to let go of the past because you didn't do it. Didn't do it. Learn from it. But don't go, I wish I'd done that, I wish I'd done that, wish I'd done that, because in hindsight everyone wished they'd done everything. Invested into Apple back in the day, invested into Amazon back in the day, invested into Tesla 3-4 years ago. Everyone wishes something. We'd all be billionaires, we'd all be millionaires very, very quickly if we could all do everything perfectly. So of course, let go of the past, understanding things don't always work out, and that you just got to move forward. Next point is overcoming greed. Okay, the fact that you can make a lot of money within the market, and the fact that you can be in a position at every single second of the day if you wanted to, is really, really tough to deal with. To put your hands, underneath your bum, as people say, to sit on your hands. The fact that you're not constantly playing, because trading is a form of gambling. Okay, we've got to accept that. It is a form of gambling. Now, of course, we're trying to have an edge within the market, so that we are profitable on a consistent basis. But it is a form of gambling, and it is addictive. And you've got to can't let your emotions get in the way of that. So that's why psychology is so important, is because you've got to overcome that greed. There's a saying in Wall Street that I've written down, and I can see here is pigs get slaughtered. People that are greedy, that have bad habits as investors, as written here, hold on to positions for too long, try and get every single bit of profit they can in the market, and often or not the trend reverses and they get caught out and they're greedy and they end up in a loss. Or vice versa, they see themselves in a losing position and they try and hold on to it for as long as they can, to let the position come back to break even or profit, and sometimes they get really, really burnt. So greed as a whole is not something that's easy to overcome. It's not something that's really easy to learn how to avoid, but it comes with experience, and it unfortunately comes with getting burnt quite a few times. And I think thinking rationally, thinking without the emotions, and learning how to control your psychology again is super, super important. So overcoming greed is that last point. Next point is setting rules. Okay, when trading, you need to have a trading plan. The whole point of these videos that I'm trying to shed light on, all of these commonly asked questions, is to help you get some knowledge very, very quickly, to help yourself set rules within your trading. Okay, to help yourself with a strategy, to help yourself with knowledge, to help yourself with setting rules, and to help yourself with getting better. And setting rules when trading is going to be one of the most fundamental things. Okay, I only get in a position if this happens. Okay, I don't trade in these trading windows. I only trade here and here. I only trade on these days of the week. Okay, I only trade if I am free within the day. I don't trade when I'm working. I don't trade when I'm busy. All of these different things. I have to have these confluences to place a trade. Okay, I have to get out of the position. I have to take partials. I have to move stop loss to break even at this level, at this time, at this point. All of these things, are developed, with knowledge, again, and with experience, and hence why I'm trying to, record these videos for you to help you out. But yeah, ultimately, if a certain level is reached, okay, and within your rules and your set of rules, when this level is reached, we do this, then stick with it, okay? And having strong emotional stability is going to help you do that, okay? If you don't have the emotions there, okay, and you're frantically changing strategy every single time you trade, you're not going to be profitable, okay, at all. So hopefully those few different points have helped you understand why this, in my opinion, is the most important thing when it comes down to trading, and the trading psychology is so important. Learning how to manage your own emotions is huge. There are videos on the YouTube channel. There are YouTube videos just across YouTube as a whole on how to improve your psychology when it comes down to trading, and different routines that you can possibly incorporate into your day to help you improve. But for me, there's plenty of brilliant strategies out there. But the reason that 90% of traders are losing money is because people don't have the emotional stability, the emotional control that they should have and ought to have to perform within the market. It's a really, really tough thing to manage, okay? Because of course you don't want this to spill over into your your actual life. You don't want to be emotionless within the world. You want to have emotions. It's good to have emotions. Whether you're male or female, it's brilliant to have emotions, okay? But when it comes down to trading, and that 30 minutes that you're placing a trade, executing a trade, closing out a trade, you need to be as emotionless as you possibly can be. Personally, from my own experience, okay, when I began, I was a lot more emotional than I am today in terms of placing trades, okay? And my emotional baggage when it comes to making a profit and making a loss, okay, when I first began out, okay, and I'm sure everyone can kind of feel and relate to this, is that when you first start out, making a profit feels amazing. Okay, it's awesome that you can do it from your phone. Okay, you can make as much as you would working a 9 to 5, within a couple of minutes. Okay, that's an amazing feeling. Okay, but ultimately taking that first loss is really, really tough. Okay, and it's got to the point now where taking a loss, taking a profit doesn't affect me or affect the rest of my day. I don't lock myself up in a room. If I've had a really bad day, I don't go too crazy. If I've had an amazing day, I just enjoy, both outcomes. Okay, and I'm comfortable with that. And so I think, emotions are huge. Okay, and if you can master emotions, the rest will follow. So yeah, hopefully you've enjoyed the video. If you have, as always, feel free to subscribe, check out all the links down below. There's the links to the Discord server, the community group chat, there's the Telegram, there's the Facebook, there's the Instagram, everything's growing at a rapid rate. It's awesome to see, and I look forward to seeing you inside. So without further ado, I'm going to jump on to recording the next video, which is going to be how many hours should you be trading every single day. But otherwise, hope you've enjoyed the video. Have a brilliant rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.